In this video, we talk about VLAN chunking protocol and extended VLAN. VLAN chunking protocol or VTP is a layer 2 messaging protocol that maintains VLAN configuration consistency by managing the addition, deletion, and renaming of VLANs within a VTP domain. A VTP domain is made up of one or more network devices that share the same VTP domain name and that are interconnected with chunks. Each device in a VTP domain can be at a certain mode: server, client, transparent, or off. In VTP server mode, you can create, modify, and delete VLANs and specify other configuration parameters for the entire VTP domain. VTP servers advertise their VLAN configuration to other network devices in the same VTP domain. VTP servers synchronize their VLAN configuration with other network devices based on the advertisement received over the chunk links. In VTP client mode, you cannot create, modify, and delete VLANs or make any changes in the domain. VTP clients update the VLAN information advertised by the neighbor devices. VTP clients also advertise its VLAN information to the neighbor devices. VTP transparent network devices do not participate in VTP. However, they allow you to create, modify, and delete VLANs on the devices themselves. In VTP version 2, transparent network devices do forward VTP advertisements that they receive on their chunking LAN interfaces. VTP off network devices behave the same as VTP transparent network devices, but they do not forward VTP advertisements that they receive on their chunking LAN interfaces. Let's practice with VTP using this network diagram. In this practice, we will add VLAN 10 into switch 1 because switch 1 in server mode, so it updates the configuration and it advertises to switch 2. Switch 2 is in the client mode, so it updates the configuration and advertises to switch 3. Switch 3 in server mode, so it updates the configuration and advertises to switch 4. However, switch 4 is in transparent mode, so it doesn't take the configuration, but it is using VTP version 2, so it advertises the configuration to switch 5. Switch 5 is in the client mode, so it updates the configuration. Switch 3 also advertises the configuration to switch 6, but switch 6 is in the off mode, so it doesn't take the configuration and it doesn't advertise the configuration to switch 7. Now let's add VLAN 20 into switch 2 because switch 2 in the client mode, so it doesn't take the configuration, and just drop VLAN 20. Now let's add VLAN 30 into switch 6 because switch 6 is in the off mode, so it just updates the configuration for itself and it doesn't advertise the configuration to any other devices in the domain. Now let's add VLAN 40 into switch 7. Switch 7 is in the server mode, so it updated the configuration and it advertises to switch 6. But switch 6 is in off mode, so it doesn't advertise the VLAN configuration from switch 7 to any other switches in the domain. Let's now move on to extended VLAN. As you know, 802.1q includes 12-bit VLAN ID field, which allows us to create 4096 VLANs. However, VLAN 0 and VLAN 4096 are reserved. The remaining VLANs are divided into two ranges: normal range VLANs, VLANs with VLAN IDs from 1 to 1005, in which VLAN IDs 1 and VLAN ID 1002 to 1005 are automatically created and cannot be removed. Extended range VLANs, VLANs with VLAN IDs from 1006 to 4095. Cisco Catalyst switches support extended VLANs only if VTP is configured in transparent mode or off mode. To check VTP mode, at the switch privilege mode, we issue the command show VTP status, then we hit enter. Let's do it in Cisco Skill Switch 1. Here we are at the privilege mode. Let's issue the command show VTP status, then hit enter. As you can see, the VTP operating mode on this switch is server mode. Let's now configure VLAN in the extended range. In this case, we need to go to the configuration mode and configure the VLAN 3000 and hit enter. Then X out this. As you can see, it says that it failed to create VLAN 3000. Extended VLAN is not allowed in the current VTP mode. To set VTP mode at the switch configuration mode, we issue the command VTP mode and we put in a question mark, then hit enter. It will show us the list of the modes that we can configure on the switch. Let's do it in Cisco Skills Switch 1. Here we are at the configuration mode. Let's issue the command VTP mode and put in a question mark, then hit enter. As you can see, in Cisco Skill Switch 1, we can configure VTP with the client mode, off mode, server mode, and transparent mode. Let's set it to transparent mode, then hit enter. Now let's configure VLAN 3000, then hit enter, and now we name it Cisco Skills. And that's it. We just X out this and show VLAN. As you can see, the VLAN 3000 with the name Cisco Skills have been created without any issue in transparent mode.